Hey, what's up, YouTube? How's it going? Today we're gonna be talking about how I just let myself go for these past couple of months. I've been unemployed for a year. I haven't worked. I was on workers' comp, and then I was on unemployment. And when I was on workers' comp, I was injured. Uh, I went through an injury for 3 or 4 months. I actually caught on fire, to be honest with you. Um, I caught on fire. Um, I had burns all over my hands. I was welding, and I was wearing a safety jacket, but it had a hole in there, and one of the sparks got into that jacket inside my shirt, and I caught on fire. And yeah, I was injured. I was injured for like 3 or 4 months, and at that point in my life, I was like on a really good regiment. I was working out. I was working hard. I was working tough. Um, I worked in a foundry. Like I said, I was welding, but I used to be a metal grinder, and I used to work on these. I used to work on some pretty big equipment, and actually I'm not gonna talk about my whole work experience. We're just gonna get to the title of the video of how I just let myself go. So I caught on fire. I was injured at that time. I was working out. I was lifting a lot of metal inside the foundry. I mean, anywhere from 5 pounds to maybe a couple 100 pounds. I was picking up off the tables and dumping them into a little like barrel, like this metal barrel where we used to throw all the metal when we were finished working on. And so I was working, I was eating right, I was had my V8s. I was eating fish and rice. I was eating really clean and cut, really healthy chicken and rice. Um, what else? I mean, yeah, I mean, I was drinking smoothies. I was my nutrition was on point. I was making a smoothie of four bananas and strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, um, and I would have that with some honey. I was really on point. My nutrition was on point. I was working hard, and I was going to the gym after I got done working, maybe a 10-hour shift of just welding and grinding and metal grinding on like 2 tons of metal. And I was working on like some military pieces for that were like 2 tons, and I had to polish it off. And I was working really hard. I was getting a sweat. I was working really hard. Um, even there was a guy in there that had 20 years of experience, and I only had 2 or 3 years of experience. And for some reason, this project that we were working on, uh, it was too hard for him with the guy with 20 years experience. And for me, I was only there for a couple years, and I was able to complete them. About four of these military objects of like 2 tons of steel or metal, you know, that I completed by myself. And so, I mean, it just kind of shows you the kind of dedication and the work ethic that I had, that I was doing. And then I would go to the gym, and I would try to empty out the tank. Um, I would empty out the tank, and I would do mixed martial arts. I would do jujitsu, do Muay Thai, do MMA, wrestling. I mean, boxing. I mean, I was in there, and I was just trying to empty out the tank, but I mean, and then I caught on fire, and so for like 3 or 4 months, I couldn't move. My girlfriend had to bandage me. I had pus leaking out. Um, I had I had I had my skin falling off in the shower, so I couldn't really work out. Um, Even though I really wanted to, I was. It took maybe like 2 3 months for me to get out of bed and start walking around, where could just barely start walking, and got off of the pain medications and everything like that. Um, I was breathing in my place that I was living at. This is my new apartment, but uh, my last place that I was living at, it had like a lot of mold. I couldn't breathe right. It was really dusty in there. It was just an old house, and I had trouble breathing, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I mean, I was smoking weed as well. I was smoking dab. I was welding, so I was breathing in all the chemicals, and you know, yeah, I just so after that 3 4 month period of not working out and have been in a good routine, I get back into working out, and I go back to the gym. I'm doing jujitsu. I competed for the first time. Um, I haven't worked in for about 5 6 months at this time, and I'm going to the gym, and I'm putting in about like anywhere from let me see, about 8 10, almost like 15 hours a week of just working out, and I'm really trying to get it in, doing like 2 3 hours of jujitsu or 4 hours of jujitsu, just like boxing or Muay Thai, and just like in 4 hours a day, just like doing 2 hours of jujitsu, boxing, Muay Thai, or MMA. I was doing an hour of MMA and a couple hours of jujitsu, and I competed. I did my first competition, and that week that I had to compete, I went against a brown belt, and he was really spazzy, and he ended up getting a knee bar on me, and my knee popped the week right before competition, and I went to a chiropractor. Uh, I went to a chiropractor. He popped it in. I competed. I won my first match, and then I lost the last two from my first competition, and with the bad knee. So I don't feel like I did too bad, but yeah, after that competition, I got healthy again. My knee healed up, and I just realized that I had like a couple months of my unemployment left, and I met a friend who kind of distracted me. He's like kind of wealthy. He's kind of rich. Comes from a rich family, and you know, he was going through a lot of problems, and he just distracted me. And I was trying to help him out, and then I knew I should have been going to the gym, but I just really just let myself go. I just started getting chocolate wasted. I mean, I was drinking alcohol. I'm not a real big alcohol drinker, like but I was trying to drink. I was trying to party. I was trying to be a rock star. I got a guitar, and I was trying to learn how to play these last 2 months. Uh, and yeah, I just really let myself go. Like I said, I got chocolate wasted. I was smoking weed, just eating whatever, just eating really unhealthy foods. All the progress that I've ever made, just like these last 2 months, just down the drain. And honestly, it's a learning experience. It's an experience that next time I have this amount of time that I need to just worry about my health and not worry about others, and continue going to the gym and staying disciplined. But it's all a lesson, and you know, I could learn from this. And if I have any advice, is that if you have time, just you know, word, try to find a side hustle. Just try not to waste the time. Stay busy. Yeah, these last 2 months have not been productive at all. Now I'm like making YouTube videos, trying to scramble, I got a job. You know, I'm excited to go back to work after not working for a whole year, just not doing anything. You know, the gym was cool. You know, I wish I could have been a little bit more dedicated, like I said, but it's a lesson learned. Now I'm going back to work, and I'm gonna get back into the gym. I probably put on about like 20 pounds of fat, just eating and not doing anything. So I'm going back to work in a few days, and I'm gonna get back into a routine. I'm gonna work hard like I've always done. I'm gonna get a sweat, um, and try to get back into a routine, going back into the gym and competing. So, I mean, yeah, this is my experience of just wasting time. You know, I'm really good. I'm really good at that, and I just keep learning lessons after lessons. But thank you guys if you made it this far through the video and listening to me. And thank you, I appreciate it. Have a blessed one.